Good morning, welcome to the channel. On today's episode, we are going to be replacing these rotted post bases. I'm not sure what they're called. They could be caps, they could be shoes. First things first, we gotta open it up to see what is going on underneath it, and hopefully this post isn't rotted. Looking a little closer here, you can really see, oh wow, just how rotted this stuff is. Rotted to the point it's not even holding on. Let's open this up. Okay, good news is that they have these posts sitting on top of a galvanized or aluminum base. This just separates the post from the concrete for moisture. So because they did that, that will have saved any moisture wicking up onto that wood and rotting it out. This cord around was making contact with the concrete, and you can tell that's what's most rotted. Lots of bugs. You can also see what the previous people did, whoever installed this before. They actually put saw kerfs in the backside of the baseboard essentially. So when this wood dried out, typically with such a short piece, it's gonna cup quite a bit following the direction of the grain. So by doing that, it just prevented it from cupping as much, keeping the miters tight. So good on them. It's not an installation issue, it's just a over time that's going to happen to wood. It's going to rot, especially if it's exposed to moisture. They had the top silicone. Just remove that. They had the bottom silicone as well. Alright, that's all cleaned up. This is the baseboard itself. You can see it's just a flat stock with a bit of a bevel on the edge. Don't know if you can see that or not, if the camera will pick up on it. I have a flat stock PVC panel. I'll just put a bevel on this side here to kind of mimic that profile, and that gives less chance for water to sit up on this top edge. I'm going to run that through the table saw and come back. Okay, here's my piece here. Take these off so I'm not yelling. You can see there's a bit of a bevel here. So that's going to sit like this on my post. So there's going to be a flat horizontal section up here that I can caulk. And then there's an angle here for the water to fall off easily. The name of the game of most construction, especially outside, is watershed, meaning that the water has a place, it will fall off with gravity, it won't sit there causing issues. So that's why I put that angle on there. Now to get some measurements. Alright, the post is 5.5 inches squared. I'm going to double check the other post too, and then I'm going to cut them all up and I'll come back here with all those pieces. I cut all those pieces. They're again pretty consistent, so I just made a stop on my saw and cut them all the same, which was nice. 5.5 inches was the dimension, so I cut them at 5 9/16, maybe a bit heavy, just to allow for not a perfectly tight fit, because there's paint, there's gunk on here, so you want a little bit of space there, because I'm also going to be caulking the top of it. Anyways, so here's the profile of them. The chamfer on the edge. A lot of PVC, you can use the wood grain pattern or the flat, just depending on which way you flip it. So we're going with the flat. Glue those miters together. I'm going to be using 2-part glue. It comes in many names. Typically it's an applicator and an activator, something like that. Okay, so miter edge will go here. miter edge will go here. So that will be glued together. I've cut my nozzle on my glue like flat. I squished it, then cut it, because I can apply it a little nicer that way. You don't need a ton, you don't need to go overboard. But then again, you only have one shot. And you spray the activator on one side. That's not ideal. I do have more. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to line up both of these edges. You can use painter's tape or something to be a bit safer, but I have done this enough. Sorry, I'm trying to get you a better shot. That I feel confident doing it this way. And then you hold it together with a little bit of pressure. Unfortunately, I feel I got some on my thumb, which is now completely adhered to the PVC. So yeah, a bit of pressure for about 5 seconds, and easy as that, it holds. Lucky for me, I had some PL dried on this thumb, so I just took the PL off. And that's the outside corner. So then I just have to repeat that process for each one. Got a new can of activator here, accelerator, I guess they're calling it. Make sure I have the chamfer going the right way. You can actually hear it sizzling as it's drying and curing. It's a chemical reaction. Okay, it's gonna start raining really soon. So you only want to do 3 sections so you can slip it over the post. Before I do, I'm gonna apply some PL. I'll go vertical, not horizontal. If we go horizontal, just gives a place for moisture to gather. Like so. The rain is gonna come. And then I have this corner to do. For some reason that is really not cut properly. Alright, I missed my mark here, so I'm gonna have to recut this piece. Not great. I have to give you this perspective, which you can't see a thing because it is raining. So I just have to get this done because I have tools out in the rain. Stuff is drying, stuff is getting wet. Complete chaos. I'm just gonna put enough nails to hold it because I do have that PL drying. Okay, give you a quick look. And then other than just caulking the top and then installing that cord around the bottom, it's done. But we'll come back to that hopefully when the rain stops in an hour or two. Alright, it has stopped raining now, so I'm going to go ahead and do the next part, and that's the cord around. I've already pre-cut them all for all of the bases. And same process. You can see that I'm leaving about a half-inch gap on the bottom there. That's just to, once again, allow for any moisture to come out. There shouldn't be, but it's better for there to be a place for it to go rather than trap it. So just an extra precaution. I'm gonna do the exact same thing as I did with the bases. You only have one shot to kind of get this right. Hold it together for a couple seconds. So I'm actually a smidge off here. Just gonna carefully cut that back a bit. I'll also sand these corners too so they're not sharp. Less chance of them breaking off then. Okay. And then this can slip around here. Like so. And then for the last piece of the U shape, I'll apply the 2-part adhesive to both sides, but I'll only apply the activator to the one side. That will allow me to manipulate. Alright, that does it for the bases, the PVC baseboard, shoes, I don't know what you call it, but the last thing I have to do is fill those nail holes and then caulk the top, and then it'll be ready for painting. That will not be right now though, because it is supposed to rain again, so that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.